Hey, so today what I'm going to be talking about is Trump. Talking about Trudeau. Because recently, Trump has decided to put an edge in against Trudeau, which is pretty awesome, but that'll be towards the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But there was also a bunch of other videos that I saw while I was just scrolling by, more or less kind of pointing in the general same direction to that post. It's all a bunch of a lead up, so I'll just take y'all through the path. First we've got here is a video of Trump talking about the tariffs, as y'all already know.
So I spoke with Justin Trudeau. In fact, he flew to Mar-a-Lago within about 15 seconds after the call ended. Yeah. He was at Mar-a-Lago. We were having dinner talking about it. I said, you have to close up your borders because they're coming in the northern border too a lot. Not like the southern border, but they're coming in the Canadian border a lot. And drugs are pouring in. Almost as importantly, drugs are pouring in, maybe more importantly, drugs are pouring in at levels never seen before, 10 times what we had. They're just pouring in. We can't have open borders. And I said to the president of Mexico and to Justin Trudeau, if it doesn't stop, I'm going to put tariffs on your country at about 25%. That's a very substantial tariff.
And of course, after this happened, then soon after, like very soon after, Trudeau decided to get on a plane and visit him in Mar-a-Lago. And since then, Trudeau has made a response to the tariffs, which is quite awesome.
President-elect Trump got elected on a commitment to make life better and more affordable for Americans. And I think people south of the border are beginning to wake up to the reality that tariffs on everything from Canada would make life a lot more expensive for Americans. So that's part of the argument. The other part is we will, of course, as we did 8 years ago, respond to unfair tariffs in a number of ways. And we're still looking at the right ways to respond. But our responses to the unfair steel and aluminum tariffs were what ended up lifting those tariffs last time. It wasn't that Americans were paying more for their steel and aluminum, although that was annoying to some people in the States. It was the fact that we put tariffs on bourbon and Harley-Davidsons and playing cards and Heinz ketchup and cherries and a number of other things that were very carefully targeted because they were politically impactful to the president's party and colleagues, was how we were able to punch back in a way that was actually felt by Americans.
So what I got from listening to that, a couple things. First of all, it's all just a political thing to Trudeau. This has nothing to do with caring about Canadian people or caring about American people. It has to deal with particularly politics. The dude doesn't actually care about the people. He only cares about being in power and doing powerful things. And then the other thing I've noticed is, yes, we might have done the same thing 8 years ago. However, the difference is that now we don't have the money to play around with this. Canada doesn't have the money to play around with tariffs. And also, wouldn't it be so much easier to just, I don't know, close up the border and not do targeted political tariffs? It would be so much easier to just, build the wall and keep it there and functioning. But no, he'd rather play around with Canadians' money rather than just bucking up and doing it. Trudeau is playing a zero-sum game with this. Like, what does he think he's gonna win? A participation prize? It's completely pointless, and we're just throwing money for the sake of throwing money. It is doing nothing. it is doing absolutely nothing. And now, finally, we've got the Donald Trump post. He states, "It was a pleasure to have dinner the other night with Governor Justin Trudeau of the great state of Canada. I look forward to seeing the governor again soon so that we may continue our in-depth talks on tariffs and trade, the results of which will be truly spectacular for all." I don't have an issue with this. Sorry, let me restate. I have an issue with Trudeau being our governor. However, the rest of it doesn't sound too bad. It's just cherry on top of the sundae. It is perfect. Could not be said in any, because Trudeau he's not a leader. You don't look at him and you think he's a leader. You look at him and you think he's a wimp who likes stealing money. That's what he is. He has no grit. He has all the bark but no bite to him. If that makes sense. To me it does. And him talking to Trump, it just, I want to see a video of that green line dude, like in a relationship thing. I want to see if there's like a green line thing going on there, because he looked like a wimp. And then Trump just giving him no time of day whatsoever, and then here comes in Trump with the cherry on top, just sprinkling all the sugar on top, just chef's kiss. It is beautiful. Alright, well, that is more or less all I had to say here. So I hope y'all have a good rest of your day. Have a good one.